I got engaged while sitting on the toilet because of my IBS, and I thought it was the most romantic thing ever, until my friends told me it was pathetic and desperate. It's not as bad as it sounds. I think my friends are just obsessed with that part. So, my 32F fiancé Peter, 30M, had planned this incredibly sweet candlelit dinner for us in a hotel room. The whole setup was beautiful, with flowers, rose petals scattered around, soft music playing in the background, and even my favorite meal followed by my favorite dessert. Peter was dressed in a tuxedo, I was in a nice dress, and the entire evening just felt magical from start to finish. While I was eating though, my IBS started acting up, so I had to run to the bathroom. It was mortifying, but at least I was comfortable enough with Peter to allow him to come in. I was apologizing for ruining our evening while I was on the toilet, and he said it's okay. I felt like he wanted to ask me to marry him the whole evening. I told him I love him, and he said I love you too. I told him, I'm sure you'll take care of me in sickness and in health. That comment made Peter smile, and he got down on one knee right then and there. I didn't care that this was the situation. I was so happy to say yes. I felt like he wouldn't have asked that evening if I didn't say the in sickness and in health comment. I told my best friend Kate and another friend Bailey, both 33F. I told them the truth. Kate said it's weird, creepy, and such a jerk move on his part. I explained that he likely would have put it off if I didn't mean the health comment. Kate said I was desperate, and that I should have some respect for myself. Bailey said, if I thought Peter would ask another time, then I should have let him ask another time. Before talking to them, I genuinely thought I had one of the sweetest proposal stories ever. Now I feel like a jerk who caused my amazing fiancé to have a terrible story. Am I the jerk? Update and further context. The proposal happened on Saturday, and for the past couple of days I'd been holding off on telling our families, both my parents and Peter's, since they all live in different states. Tonight, we finally shared the news with my parents first over a video call. Their names are Bob and Susan, and I already knew my mom, who's a huge fan of romance stories, was going to ask about the proposal as soon as she heard the news. Peter and I told them the whole story exactly as it happened, and my mom was absolutely over the moon. She said that the way he proposed was even better than anything she could have imagined, and my dad chimed in saying it just showed how deeply Peter loves me. When my mom asked if she could share the story with others, I told her she absolutely could. As for the wedding, I had already decided that my maid of honor would either be Kate or my mom. After we got engaged, I ended up asking my mom, not as a way to punish Kate or be petty, but because honestly, Kate's initial reaction to the proposal made the idea of her being my maid of honor feel awkward. My mom, on the other hand, has been nothing but thrilled about our engagement, and I know she'd love to be involved in planning everything. It just felt right. After that, we hopped on another video call to tell Peter's parents, Chuck and Linda. They really appreciated the humorous side of it all. Chuck even thanked us for giving them such a great story to tell, if we were okay with them sharing it, which we are. Though I admit we were a little confused at first by how enthusiastic he was. Linda said she was incredibly happy for us, and then Peter told his dad that he wants him to be his best man, which made the moment even more special. Finally, we reached out to Peter's sister Juliana over video chat as well. She lives in another state too, and she definitely inherited her dad's sense of humor, so she appreciated the whole thing in the most perfect way. As for Kate and Bailey, I really do hope they'll still be bridesmaids. Yes, they're both single, and yes, there's been a little tension, but I've been best friends with Kate since the 9th grade, and I don't think this disagreement is big enough to ruin our friendship. Further update. Kate and Bailey both agreed to be bridesmaids when I asked via message. Kate apologized via message, and she also sent me a video of her apologizing. Kate said she appreciates that I'm still letting her be a key part of the wedding. She said that after several days of thinking about the proposal, she realizes how loving it was. She said if she had IBS, she would appreciate a guy who treats her like how Peter treats me. Bailey apologized via message. Her apology was brief, and she admitted in it that Kate told her to apologize. Update, the next day. Thank you to all the amazing people who gave me support on my original post. After Kate's apology message and apology video, I messaged back that I forgave her with a link to my original post. She said she really wanted to talk face to face. We went to the gym today even though I was feeling like I was going to get an IBS flare-up. We talked while we worked out. Kate said that she was upset when she heard my proposal story, and that she didn't understand why she was so upset at the time. She confessed that when she had processed her feelings, she realizes it was intense jealousy. Kate revealed to me for the first time that she was diagnosed with IBS a few months ago. She said hers is not as severe as mine. She said this has been a scary time for her, especially since she has watched me suffer so much from it all these years. Kate said she would want that proposal for herself. She said she wishes she could be that comfortable with a man. She said the comments on my original post made her feel hopeful. She said looking up on IBS more online has made her feel hopeful as well. Kate had explicitly asked me to make this upset post. She apologized again. She said she's glad that my mom is the maid of honor instead of her. She said she's happy for me but also very jealous. Kate says that despite the fact Bailey had sent an apology message too, Bailey still feels awkward talking to me. Kate said that Bailey will come around, that Bailey is just too embarrassed right now after how she acted. I asked Kate if she looked up how common IBS is, and she said she looked that up after seeing the comments in my original post. She said she was shocked by how common it is. She said she was avoiding learning about it as she was scared of what she might find. I made sure to tell her that a guy has never dumped me over my IBS. She knows that I had messed around with an embarrassing amount of guys before meeting Peter. I told Kate the reason those hookups never progressed to anything real was because I was too ashamed to let a guy see the IBS part of my life. I told Kate that the person who told me I was ugly and nasty more than anyone was myself. Kate said she hasn't mentally adjusted to this yet, but she thinks she can. I told her she's my best friend, I love her, and that I will help her through this. I made a joke about poopy girls having to stick together. That made her smile. After the gym, I rushed home to the toilet to deal with the IBS flare-up I felt coming. To no one's surprise, Peter took care of me when he came home from work. He even helped me to take a bath as I was experiencing so much discomfort. I want everyone to know Kate has been an amazing friend to me. The disagreement that was at the center of my original post was extremely out of character for her. I had made that post asking if I was wrong because Kate has always been very reasonable. Even with IBS, I'm happy. I have amazing friends, an amazing family, and obviously an amazing fiancé. So if you don't hear much from me on Reddit, I'm probably just living an amazing life, even when I'm stuck on the toilet. Second update, one more day later, right now suffering from one of the worst IBS flare-ups of my life. Plus I have one hooper of a cold. But I have good news. Both Kate and Bailey visited me, and Bailey now knows about Kate's IBS from Kate. I was so sick I was laying in bed when my friends visited. But Bailey actually cried as she gave her first face-to-face apology for her reaction to my proposal story. She apologized to both Peter and I. She even hugged me despite the fact that I have a cold. Peter and I both accepted Bailey's apology, and I told Bailey that she doesn't have to be embarrassed to talk to me. So my friends and I talked for a little while and they wished me well before leaving, so I'm glad that I'm on good terms with both of my closest friends again and everything worked out just fine.